Christian Horner saw Max Verstappen win the French Grand Prix on Sunday. Max Verstappen has exceeded Christian Horner's wildest dreams after extending his World Drivers' Championship lead to 63 points at the French Grand Prix on Sunday. The Red Bull ace benefited from Charles Leclerc's crash to move further away from the Ferrari driver in the race for the world title. Red Bull appear to have dealt with sweeping regulation changes far better than any other Formula One team. New rules to shift the aerodynamic focus to underneath the vehicle led to teams having to rebuild their cars ahead of the 2022 season. Horner is therefore delighted that Verstappen has sailed away from Leclerc and rival Lewis Hamilton. The 48-year-old has credited the Dutchman's success to those working behind the scenes. He said, "If you had told me before Christmas last year that with the biggest rule change in 40 years and with the energy we put into last year's championship we would now have 8 wins, 2 sprint wins and leads of 63 and 82 points in the championship, it would have exceeded my wildest dreams." Horner continued to the Dutch edition of Motorsport, "It's really indicative of the determination, dedication and hard work behind the scenes at the factory. We see a very competitive Ferrari this year and we see Mercedes building momentum. But when you consider we were the last team to put the focus entirely on this year, we've done a phenomenal job." Reigning world champion Verstappen earned his 7th win of the season at the French GP on Sunday. He benefited from Leclerc's crash before fending off competition from Mercedes duo Hamilton and George Russell to claim first place. Horner spoke in depth about the decisions made to ensure Verstappen stayed ahead of Leclerc, Hamilton and Russell. Leclerc's crash on lap 18 was the turning point in a battle between the world title leaders that would have been far closer come the end of the race. "We went for the undercut and it was the earliest we thought we could do a one-stop. To be honest, tire wear was also less than we had expected before the race when we were leaning towards 2 stops, Horner continued. But as the race went on we moved more and more towards 1 stop, and on lap 16 we pulled the trigger because we saw a bit of free track we could get Max in. Half a lap later he had the position on the track and from then on it was a case of running the tires in cleanly. 2 laps later, Charles crashed and everyone got a free pit stop under the safety car. We were lucky to have just enough lead on both Mercedes cars.